Hey everyone, and welcome to the ACGL X Carry Lite Campus Battle COD Mobile. It is going to be a good time. My name is Captain Trout, and I'm joined by the fabulous Del Rey. Del Rey, how are you doing tonight?
It's a beautiful, beautiful Friday night. So I have no complaints, man. I can't wait to get some Call of Duty going.
Absolutely. I mean, there's some big Call of Duty going on the main stage, as you know, but we are here for some mobile Call of Duty, which is something that we are not really used to, considering we come over from, I would Call of Duty, but this is absolutely Call of Duty in that of itself. But in the light of change, we are also working in a different currency and pretty much a different nation as we talk about the prize pool up for grabs here. And I'm going to try my best to not butcher this, all of the Nigerian people watching. I believe it is called a Naira, as a first prize for the Call of Duty Mobile is 150,000 Naira. I mean, that's quite a big amount of money as far as I understand.
Yeah, no, it is. And listen, if you're playing something that you love, it's a game, and you winning some cash, then it's only a positive thing. So I would love to see what these guys bring to the table. They're all playing on mobiles, and that's one thing I've never could have my fingers can't move like that. So I want to see what these guys bring to the table.
Absolutely. So I actually spoke about this a little bit earlier with some of the guys from the controller side of things. I've had the privilege of casting some mobile before, and I went into it a little bit cynical, if you will. I was like, it's going to be mobile. But I was absolutely blown away with the way that these guys play. I mean, it's really unbelievable. Seeing people like Tiano and that, how they play when they have the little finger gloves and everything like that. And they play and they move like standard Call of Duty. I was really shocked. So I think it's going to be fantastic tonight. Well, on that topic, we're going to be talking about the two teams that are clashing. It is going to be a LAUTECH Team 1 versus Tribe UNILAG. And of course, our maps are going to be Standoff, Summit, and Slums. If we run the distance, we're going to have 3 best of 3s. Yeah, best of 3s tonight.
Yeah, and again, if we talk about traditional Call of Duty, traditional maps like Standoff, Summit, Slums, you can't really get any better. So I'd love to go back to that. We're going to see some MSMCs. I don't know if they may be in there. I don't know. So I would like to see what's going to happen. But if these are two universities, right? It's a 5v5 back in. I think it was the only Call of Duty that was 5v5 was Black Ops 4, if I'm not mistaken. But UNILAG versus LAUTECH and Modern Warfare. So we'll see what happens. And I just want to see some gunning. I want to see the fingers move. I wish we had webcams to see those fingers move.
Absolutely. Anyways, we're going to be jumping straight into it here. If you were wondering, we are not going to be jumping into it as everyone seems to be leaving. So I'll quickly rebuttal that statement. What I was going to say is the rotations are the same, and you'd be surprised how well you can manipulate spawns in this game. It's not quite squad spawns, but it's also not positional spawns either. So you can block, and then every now and again someone is gifted. It's much like Modern Warfare 2019, but it's just one of those things. Anyways, enough comparing it to normal Call of Duty. We here on the main stage for the side of mobile. So let's go for some predictions. I know that we don't know anyone here, but I like the sound of UNILAG. So I'm going to go with 2-0 to them.
Okay, if you go for that, I'll go for LAUTECH. All right, it's literally Call of Duty day. We've got the CDL running in the background. I'm just glancing to my right every single second, checking the CDL, and then obviously we have this absolute banger of a mobile campus battle between these two teams. I want to see some names up in the light. I want to see who goes all the way to the grand final and see what happens there. And dude, I just had a little read up on Carry First that's sponsoring this beautiful tournament. And man, if you got people behind you like Carry First, it makes it is so much easier for the players to get involved with.
No, I couldn't agree more. It is crazy. We spoke about how much money they've raised for African COD Mobile, and this is just the tip of the iceberg, people. Anyways, we're going to be jumping into map number 1, good old Standoff HP, and you will see how crazy it is off the start. All the weapon skins, it is unbelievable. Slide cancelling, here we go. P1 to see who gets the first bit of time.
Yeah, look at these weapon skins, man. Like you mentioned, if it's the one thing that I've seen or just admire of this game is look at the weapon skins. And man, the normal Call of Duties, or I'll say normal, when you play it on PC, on console, man, why don't they follow what the mobile team has been doing?
No, I couldn't agree more, man. I like the color, I like the flair. But having said that, just for a little bit of directional or information, the team in blue is going to be UNILAG. The team in yellow is LAUTECH. And at the moment, it has been nothing but UNILAG as the kill feed goes blue with Bailey. And he finds a 3-piece to find more time in the point.
Yeah, Bailey going absolutely huge. They're racking up some time in P1, but that rotation is going to come down, and it looks like it's in the favor of it is UNILAG that you said is in blue, right?
That's correct.
Yeah, so UNILAG got it down the rotation, and is the opposite team now going to try and break this in record time? But it looks like UNILAG is just covering all their bases.
Absolutely, and this is what we were talking about, the spawns, right? You can see how they're blocking in the back there to keep their players spawning very, very close. They have one person holding off that rotation in the front, cut-off points, and again, the kill feed blue with Bailey, man, is doing it all. Oh, I forgot to mention, do you see this, the specialists in the kill feed? So there are specialists in this as well, and streaks. So we have 5 in a row now for none other than Adreezy. So at the moment, it is just UNILAG left, right, and center.
Yeah, UNILAG passing that 50-point mark, and they keep on running. And at this stage, LAUTECH, they need to wake up. They need to get into this fight. But it is Bailey just keeps on gunning. And if I actually can see his score, does he have 21 kills already? Is that actually 21 kills? Oh my goodness!
He's 22
and 2. Man is frying.
He has full streaks. I believe he's actually on a 10 at the moment, or very close to it. So if anyone is wondering what this game mode is, it's actually called Try to Kill Bailey, as the man is running the show. With the rotations here, we only have Dreezy trying to keep his team alive, but he gets slipped up really quickly. So rotations once more for the side of UNILAG, as they are just running the show here.
Man, if you've got Slayers in your team like Bailey and even Lion at this stage, right? Here comes a score streak being called in, and Lion does find it too. Bailey finds even more. He's on 27. And again, if you've got Slayers like this, right, you don't need players like Sage, like is it Rage, Polarity. You don't need players like that to pop off. They can just sit in the hill, get all the time. But look at this gun, Death Machine taking care of business. But again, it is UNILAG just running away with it.
Yeah, I mean, now we've gotten into almost towards the end of our first set of rotations here. But 116 to 16, 100-point difference. Killfeed's been nothing but blue for the majority. As you can see, the rotation is in, and it is UNILAG there already. I'm not sure what the practice and everything has been for the side of LAUTECH. Yeah, maybe they just don't have the hours. But if I had to be a betting man, I'd say that this UNILAG side, they really are putting in the time, and they have everything pretty much down to a T at this point.
Well, yeah, you can see with rotations, every single one won thus far. As we can see, the Annihilator come out, finds one, finds second, finds the third. Is Jeras. I don't know if I butchered that. But again, great kills with the Annihilator. But it's again, just look at the rotations and look at the angles that they're holding. It's just absolutely beautiful.
And here we go. Streaks being called in. They know exactly where to hold off. It's just clinical Call of Duty here. Keeping the spawns. You can see number 2. That's going to be Sage. He might not have the flashiest amount of score, but it doesn't matter. He's doing the Lord's work in the sense of keeping the spawns and making things a little bit more predictable for them, as they are looking towards 190 points off of this hill, which is unbelievable in the sense that I think from the first point there hasn't been any time that's gone the way of LAUTECH here.
Yeah, it hasn't. And if I'm LAUTECH at the moment, I'm going to try and slow things down, work something together as a team, push a spawn or try and get a rotation in at least, so you can build off of something. But at least the skill feed is going yellow at the moment. And as I say that, it's just Bailey and Sage. Now Line with the Annihilator again finds 2. He keeps on going. He's going to try and push up and find even more. He spots one in front of him. He takes him down as well. And it's just an Annihilator show at the moment.
Absolutely. I mean, He just pretty much did a full rotation around the hill there, getting kills left, right, and center. And you can see that there isn't any TK damage here, so you can call streaks in on yourself, and that just pretty much makes the hill unbreakable. At this point, as you can see, time still ticking over. Finally, 200 points under the belt of UNILAG here, and after the first set of rotations, to get 200 points off of the second, off of the first second hill, I don't know, man. I feel like this is pretty much over before it started.
Yeah, no, it hasn't at all. But Bailey, again, he's got the Tempest out. And I think he's losing it right now. No, he's actually the Annihilator. But it just seems like this team from UNILAG is just, well-oiled.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Rotations are in. Bailey's still going strong. He's looking for another double kill. He finds it for the third.
Way.
Oh my word. Bailey, clip it and send it to Twitter right now, as he has 44 to his name. Only 24 seconds he did, and here he comes. Like the freight train, he is going into the hill. He finds another two-piece.
Give the man
gracious.
50. He's 3 off of 50. At this stage, I'm shouting at my teammates, yo, get out, get out. I'm looking for this 50. He's on 48 and counting. If we can stay on board with him, he does actually fall to Son on break, but it is going to be Bailey again, trying to get that 50 in the hands of LAUTECH. They're actually finding some time now.
Oh, as you say that.
Yeah.
Caster's curse.
Caster's curse, man. Bailey
and there's
dropping
the 50.
that 50. There's a 50. Annihilator out again. How many times has the Annihilator come out now? At least, 4 times for Bailey?
No, minimum. And Sage with a quick two-piece there. Bailey's looking for another to follow it up. But there's another thing that we didn't speak about here is on the rotation, even when the 50 points or 60 points is up on the previous hill, there is a 5 or 10 second delay before the next hill opens up for that rotational time, I suppose. And it doesn't matter, even though the side of LAUTECH was there first, it was just bullied out of the way. As you can see, 250 to 51, 100-point club. UNILAG just an absolute steamroller at this point.
Yeah, well, if you've got a player like Bailey just completely dominating a game, right? Dropping more than 50 kills. Look, they're 51 and 6. Now, I'm telling you right now, you would not see that score on any PC, on any console. He just takes over. He's just taking over.
That's unbelievable. Pretty much pub stomping at this point, as Bailey is the man who made it happen. So, Game 1, just theatrically given to the side of UNILAG there. And I saw someone in chat that being tipsy, he said that they are all pro players. That does make sense. These guys know the rotations. They know the setup. They know what to do. So unfortunately for the side of LAUTECH to match up with them first, but I suppose you got to learn somewhere, as we're going to be going over to, I believe it's not standoff for our second game. It's going to be Summit S&D. And another changes in COD Mobile, I think it's 1st to 7. If Reggie could confirm, it is 1st to 7 in S&D, right? Oh, that's right. It's like CS. The first time I ever casted, I think we were in a game where there was at least 15 overtime rounds, 15-1-5. So it was just an absolute grind. It was like 45 minutes of S&D. So I don't want to be the guy who counts his chickens before they hatch, but I think at the way that UNILAG is playing at the moment, we might not have to worry about that. But who knows? Maybe it's like the typical team that's excellent in respawn, especially when you have slayers like Bailey who can just walk over pretty much everyone. Maybe it's different for the side of LAUTECH here in S&D, where they have a little bit more structure when it comes to maybe holding an angle for a little bit longer or knowing how to retake a bomb site. I don't know. We're just gonna have to wait and see.
Well, we've come to accustomed to it that if there's a game mode that's, you can take one off a better team, quote unquote, you can walk away with it if you play correctly. When I say correctly, I mean, team pushes, not dying on your own. There's a trade coming in. You've got angles. Maybe we'll see smokes come in, and you've got different angles that you can run to. And so if I'm LAUTECH right now, yes, game or map number 1 was a complete blowout. But if I'm LAUTECH, listen here, let's have a little chat, get back into the game. Let's take the search and destroy, because maybe an upset on the control, but it's now or never. If you're losing the search and destroy, you're out of the running to win this whole thing.
Absolutely. I mean, it is a best of 3, like you said, so it's pretty much a 2 and done at this stage if they're not able to bring it back. But we never know. We just have to wait and see. And we're going to a fantastic map. Summit.
Yeah.
It's just the nostalgia about it, man, and the way that people play it in this game, it does feel like an old map. It's brilliant. I really do appreciate it.
I wonder what the process would be if the Activision or someone just takes the best of the best out of all the CODs, puts it in one, and says, "Here we go. This is the COD for the rest of your life." Like, there's no iterations of every year buying a new COD or every 2 years. If something like that could have happened, like imagine you got your standoff, you got your summit, you've got your slums, you've got a raid back in.
Oh man,
like
raids in this game as well.
Exactly.
Yeah, so like it feels like Call of Duty Mobile is trying to be that. It's trying to be the best of everything. It's even
right track.
It's even got all of the sorry for the cut off the discussion there. That we just got an update from one of the admins. We are pretty much ready to go. We're waiting for 2 players. But like you're saying, COD Mobile is sort of like that template. Yeah. But I think that it's a good idea if we could move away from the pay to play. You know, free to play with updates is the best way to do it, and that's exactly why COD Mobile can bring such huge prize pools, especially to places where you'd least expect it. I mean, before tonight, I wouldn't. Well, before I'd gotten involved in the COD Mobile scene, I wouldn't have been able to tell you that Nigeria has such a big area. Yeah, snipers. Here we go. Sage with the first blood.
Oh, love snipers. In Search and Destroy, if I could have 5 people around a sniper, I would, because it just brings out the best out of Call of Duty. And we can see it is again that Bailey finding 2, and first round is on the board without even blinking.
That was pretty much instant for the side of UNILAG there, as they ran over the competition with Sage finding that first pick. All right, jumping on board here with Bailey's, seeing as though he's kept his momentum with finding 2 already in this game. I wonder if he'll be able to find a few more with an SMG in hand going into round 2. Well, of course, it's lined with the first pick and 2.
Yeah, you can see how aggressive he is already, right? Up on their stage, he's going through mid. He's going to not spot the guy on the left, but his teammates got that covered, and it's only left to Vix. And a 1v5 is... probably not on the cards. If I'm him, I'm off the map. Don't give them any streaks or get them closer to that. So I don't know what the call's going to be from them. But if I was the IGL, I would just say, get off the map. We don't want to give anything away. Oh my goodness! Absolute beams, but it all comes down to that movement.
Gave him the skates, and looking for the second, but Jarvis is too quick to the gunny. As it looked like there was a glimmer of hope there for the side of LAUTECH, but it was stomped down. Another thing to talk about here is the fact that the rounds, teams don't swap until, I believe, 6 rounds have been played before you change from attackers and defenders. So we're going to be seeing the side of LAUTECH continuously run up against the defense of UNILAG here, as we see the first flights going down, and it's going to be 3 immediately dropped. 4, or I was going to say 4, but it's going to be, I can't actually see who that is. Dries, who stays alive, looking for the second.
Yeah, looking for the second. Vix finding 2, making this a 2v2, but Line has something to say, and Polarity finds the last one. So again, a beautiful round coming in there, and it is going to be UNILAG. They just, keeps on doing what they're doing. But I'm loving what I'm seeing from LAUTECH. At least they're bringing it closer.
Absolutely. I mean, it's a nice little bit of hope there, but I think the trading potential here from the side of UNILAG, it's so hard to beat, right? Because there's always somebody finding a 2-piece, or at least getting one and then getting away with his life. And on the side of, you can see here, first blood once again drawn, and the second there with the Sage with the quick 2-piece, and everyone is just falling around him. So all of a sudden, no one there to answer back for the side of LAUTECH. 1 versus 4 with the sniper. I mean, you could try, but we'll see how it goes.
I would love to see that happen, but unfortunately it doesn't. But again, just looking at the kills that gone down, other than the 1-2 piece, there's no one really following each other up from the guys from LAUTECH. There's no push together. There's no, I don't know what the comms is in the team, but it doesn't seem like they have a answer for guys from UNILAG.
No, I mean, I think it's difficult though because you can see the aggression coming out from the side of UNILAG.
Oh
Like
my. Yeah.
you can't even get out of your spawn before you get punished back into it. So at this stage, it's 3 down again, 2 versus 5. It's just pretty much rinse and repeat for the side of UNILAG here.
Yeah, no, it is. And again, it is up to 2 players from LAUTECH to take care of business. Line finds another kill, and it's all left to our man here. Can he find one? No, he doesn't. Line takes him out, and that's 5 straight rounds for a UNILAG. And I want to see some sniper gameplay. So get me on Sage. There we go. Come on.
All right, Sage. Sage to open it up once more is the question here. And again, on defense, you can see how quickly these guys are getting into the fights. Trophies are down. He's looking for that first pick, but they have learned not to pick for it. And you can see they've changed things up. I love to see that from the side of LAUTECH here, as they managed to try a different route, but it's Rage who reads it, and it's going to be first blood drawn for a UNILAG.
Yeah, yet again with that first blood, and also crucial. But Bailey finds 2, and it's up to 2 players yet again from the guys at LAUTECH to clutch up. At Line finds another, all left to Sun on a break, and he gets taken out, and that's the 6th round in a row. LAUTECH needs to find one, man, and I don't know how it's going to happen, but they need to find one.
Well, you can see now that there has been a change, and obviously on defense now is going to be side of LAUTECH, but if they match the aggression on attack as they did on defense, it is still going to be very difficult to stop it. As you can see, everything in the kitchen sink being thrown over towards B, and they are looking to get that bomb down as quickly as possible, even with an 8 starting things off. And here comes Rage with the second bomb site now open, the plant surely to follow.
Yeah, you see, what's the difference between the 2 teams on the attacking side is with UNILAG, it was all out a B push. There was no one going to A, trying something else. Everyone was on the same page, going to B, getting bombed down. And you can see the bombs down and post-plant setups are in. But is he going to try and get a ninja down here? Or is he trying to find the kill? This is the only one left. He's K-coded. And again, I think this is probably not doable.
Yeah, I know you are pretty loud in this game, eh? You're like a little heffalump running around. You can hear the clock getting a little bit more anxious as it ticks a bit louder. But 10 seconds, it is a 5-second defuse time. It's not it's not the 7.5, but he gets a kill, but it's going to be a consolation kill, as this point is unbeatable.
Yeah.
And the side of UNILAG close out the SME 7-0 and the HP 250. So that was a quick 2-0.
Yeah.
And UNILAG just so dominant.
Yeah, well, did we expect anything different from watching that first map, right? We just saw the out aggression of UNILAG just coming out and showing us what they can do. And it was just one-way traffic from the start to finish. Look at that. 10 kills for Polarity. Line has 9. And again, it's just flawless Call of Duty from UNILAG.
No, literally 7-0. I think collectively there might have been 5 or 6 deaths across that board there. So
yeah,
UNILAG, super clinical. Took over from map 1. Bailey's dropped 51. So, I mean, what more could you ask for? And so well, I don't know what else to say. They were just outmatched at every proportion there. Yeah. I normally say nothing to be scuffed at from the side of LAUTECH here, but I suppose if you want to get beaten, you either want to get beaten like that, or you want it to be super close. The sort of intermediate ones are awful. So now you know what you need to work on. You can see the structure coming out of the HP there from the side of UNILAG. Go back to the drawing board. It was the first game of the competition. It doesn't mean you're out. You might as well go and learn from it.
Well, now I think we go into a little break, but we have not the same teams. We have LAUTECH Team 2 versus UNILAG Team 2. And can LAUTECH Team 2 just show the team number 1 what they've been doing wrong? So we'll see if LAUTECH can hit back with their second team. And hopefully it can be a beautiful, grand final. Maybe we see a UNILAG versus UNILAG final. You never know.
Yeah, you never know. All right, everybody. So we'll catch you as soon as the Call of Duty is back and ready to go.
Man, the normal Call of Duty and man, the normal Call of Duties, or I'll say normal, the P when you play.
Hello everyone and welcome back to the Carry First X ACGL X Campus Battle Tribe. I believe that it is powered by a Carry First COD Mobile tournament. We are ready for our second game, which is going to be LAUTECH Team 2 versus UNILAG Team 2. So it is going to be, well, I'm not going to say it's going to be a rinse and repeat.
No.
We're yet to see. Anyways,
well, I really hope it isn't.
Yeah, me too. Anyways, I forgot to introduce Sam Trout. I'm joined by Del Rey, the man, the myth, the legend himself. And obviously hosted by SGL. So thank you very much for having us on board here, and Carry First for putting up the money. So let's go straight to the business and talk about that.
Yeah, and you can see what the players are playing for. 150. It is what again, Trout?
I believe it's a Naira, Nigerian Naira.
150,000.
I mean, we looked at the conversion. So in us normal bot terms for South Africans, it's about 5,700 rand. So I mean that's pretty decent.
Yeah, listen here, for a night's game, you know, sitting back, you're on your controller, you're talking with your mates, you're having if you Unilag, you're having a laugh, you're having some fun, and you're winning money while doing it. So you know, it's a beautiful Saturday, and that's what they're doing.
Exactly, they are doing a fine job. And speaking about that first match, I mean, people like Bailey dropping 51. It was a good time for a man who was absolutely rule of the roost there. He ran the show left, right, and center. But having said that, I'm curious to see if it's going to be a rinse and repeat here. But looking at the maps, we have slums, which again we spoke about how great the maps are in every pool here. And then the second one that we will be seeing, if it's more than a 2-0, we'll be seeing the crash. But for the second one, firing range, I mean, the maps these are all just cult classics. You can't fault them.
No, you can't. And you know, since the map's been out so long, you'd be thinking teams have reps on it. They know exactly where spawns are, how to manipulate them, how to, the rotation, making sure you win rotations and such. And you could see that with UNILAG, right? The previous game, they just out-rotated, outgunned, outplayed the guys from LAUTECH. So going into game number 2, LAUTECH second team, I don't know if it's the second team or just a team that, you know, another team they have, but they need to come out, they need to get firing, because, you know, UNILAG in game number 1, they just absolutely ran with it.
Yeah, they did. And that kind of momentum is very, very difficult to stop. But like you said, we're going to have to wait and see. If we could have an update on those players. Okay, we're waiting on one player to download the map, and then we'll be jumping straight into it. And I mean, I'd like to see something a little bit. I'd like to see maybe a bit more structure from the side of LAUTECH and the rotations, keeping those spawns. But we got a bit of inside information there from the chat, and that being that UNILAG, UNILAG, the Team 1 were all pro players, so they obviously knew the ins and outs. And I'm not sure if that's the same for their Team 2.
Well, we basically, after game number 1, you could see, right, they've been playing and they pros, quote unquote. So, you know, we saw that now in game number 2. Do we see the same thing? Is this going to be UNILAG yet again just running through the opposition? Do we see a grand final of UNILAG versus UNILAG? And I know, like, just in-house banter, how that would be between two teams from the same university going back and forth, and, you know, maybe Team 2 gets the better of Team 1. And if that's the case, then, you know, great storylines.
Absolutely. I mean, everyone loves a good friendly. Call it a scrim then at this point, and it's more for bragging rights than anything else. As we wait, sorry for the delay, everyone. It wouldn't be Call of Duty without a delay, and that is just the honest truth.
Exactly, and now that everything is majority online, you know, and people's internet can go down, and if you're in South Africa, that they not, thankfully, then you got load shedding too, but they don't have a problem because they're on mobile. and hopefully the
Exactly,
phones are
so-
charged. So hopefully that's
Yeah,
good.
charged, and hopefully the cell phone towers don't go down. Like, even though you're
Yeah.
on mobile here, my damn phone doesn't work in the middle of Cape Town when there's no load shedding. It's absolutely ridiculous, man.
Yeah.
Anyways,
yeah,
we're not here to talk about the problems of South Africa.
It's laughable and cryable. So
Yeah.
we try to do the one and not the other. But we are loading into the game, and it's going to be UNILAG versus LAUTECH. Team 2 ready for action.
Right, we're going to see how things play out over on Slums.
Yeah, Slums we go. Look at that diamond camo. I know back in the day what Black Ops 2, man, it was such a nice grind playing for diamond camo.
I mean, and it was the first time they ever added that, so it
Yeah.
was crazy, right? So I don't know. It's just got that nostalgic value. We talked about how crazy these guns and everything look. And at this stage, it looks like it's going to be a full-on battle towards P1, and both teams sort of know what they're doing here as the trade's coming out. And for a change of things, wait, let me just check the team
Yeah,
names here before I get this wrong.
It is LAUTECH in blue, and it is UNILAG in yellow. And so far so good. Both teams squaring up, and you can see player number 1. It was trying to get a kill from behind, but we are in the hill, and beautiful kills coming in from. Is it Chef? Or how do you pronounce it? Shy Kiss.
I'm gonna try my best to not pronounce these names because I feel like I will just butcher them. But having said that, for the first hill, it's generally a good gauge for how the game is going to go. And with the 10 points between these two teams, I'd say that it's certainly a closer start than the previous one. As you can see, both teams are scrambling for the rotation here. Finally, it's all down to player number 3 on the side of LAUTECH, but as I said, he gets gunned down. Spawns now in favor for UNILAG as first rotation won by the boys in yellow.
Well, it was looking good for LAUTECH with the rotations, because they had that pinned down, but then again, it was UNILAG just running in and taking control over things. And look at that spawn. Player number is at 5, just spawning at the back there. So it's UNILAG just messing up a bit there with the spawns. But again, LAUTECH trying to break in, trying to get some time. But if you've got UNILAG firing on all cylinders like they are right now, the lead is just keep climbing.
Yeah, it's exactly what's happening. Yeah, it's just going to start running away from you. How I said it was much closer, it's actually a pretty much carbon copy from the previous game. As you can see here, first hill, bit chaotic. Second hill, almost a full 60 in the back pocket here for the side of UNILAG. And you can see the rotation coming through. And of course, player number 5 already flipping out as the scraps are still being so hotly contested and have just been won by UNILAG. So it is looking like UNILAG.
Yeah, if you've got a player in your team like player number 5, it makes the game so much easier. But look at the spawns. It is LAUTECH still spawning at the back there, but he's got the help in player number 2. So beautiful shutdown coming in from player number 3. And again, it is just Is it Psycho?
Psycho CODM, yeah.
Yeah, so Psycho just helping his teammates here at the back, shutting things down. And, spawns are so important. You spawn closer to the hill. Your teams can, run the shortest distance to get in. Streaks come raining down. And it looks like the 100-point mark has been passed there by UNILAG.
I mean, UNILAG has just got the control of the feed at this point, right? And the spawns, more streaks being used. Psycho, the man who is doing it all for his team. And we spoke about how it was Bailey in the previous game. In this one, it really does seem like the Psycho show, as he's got those rotations and the cleanup kills as 100 points separate these two teams.
Yeah, it looks a bit more, team-based when I look at this UNILAG team, right? Look at all of them. They're all basically on the same page. It's 12, 12, 14, 10, and 14. If you're looking at the kills, and streaks are raining down. And Psycho is just, Psycho at the moment, just taking things down. And look at the Purifier, just absolutely annihilating people at the moment.
This Purifier is a sniper in this game, man. That's crazy. The water Purifier's got range on it. And here comes the second Purifier called in from the side of UNILAG here as they find 150. And it seems like, yes, I'll agree with you that there's absolutely more team play and more structure. But as soon as they get control, it becomes a little bit more raucous. As you can see, everyone is roaming. There isn't really one player that's trying to hold angles here at this point. This is just everyone everyone trying to find kills. And that's one thing I critiqued a little bit earlier in one of my previous casts about this game, is it does very quickly become a kill chasing. And at this stage, it doesn't really matter as the lead is so high for the side of UNILAG here. But when the two teams are evenly matched, it will be punishable, if that makes sense.
Yeah, no, it does. And for me, yet again, it comes down to LAUTECH. If you're getting outslayed and it's you struggling on breaking, then your first priority is getting rotations in and making sure you can hold from there. And at this stage, it just doesn't look like LAUTECH is trying to capitalize on that.
No, definitely not. As, we're going to our second set of rotations here. A nice bit of calamity from the side of LAUTECH, as they managed to keep it at least a little bit more chaotic, as they finally get a few kills and will be able to get I suppose I'm going to say for the first time, the opening time on a hill. And it had to be in the second set of rotations. But here comes the side of UNILAG with Psycho with an entry kill once more. 24 to his name. 25. It is just a left, right, and center.
Yeah, it is.
Breaking once more.
Again, this Purifier is out, but he does fall. And again, look at player number 5, man. It is Sykes. A player like this, I want on my team 24/7. He's got your rotations down. He's got the Annihilator out as well. He's going to try and find one. He does find one. He tries to find the second, but his teammates are there to clean that up and help him.
Not quite. He has to do it himself.
Yeah, he has to do it himself. He's going to duck dive, and he just doesn't get that right. It is going to be LAUTECH that gets in, but for how long is the question?
Right, yeah, they managed to break in, get the point, but the spawns are about to flip on out as we speak, and you can see the streaks being used, and, well, a little bit of chaos at the moment, no one really taking control of the point, but the fact that there's no team damage, you can use the streak objectively like this to keep them off of it, and here we go, the people are trying to be broken as Car goes in, but he goes straight to the grave, and finally it seems like the side of LAUTECH is picking up a bit of time here.
Yeah, they are. And look, 20 seconds left. This is where you rotate, right? Number 1, number 3. Where are you guys going? Why are you going to the hill from LAUTECH? But UNILAG, look at them making the right decision, and they're catching the players from LAUTECH from behind now, and the clean sweep coming in from UNILAG. So if I'm LAUTECH right now, right?
Look at the spawn. What kind of a spawn was that?
That was a very weird spawn. But it would come to with the new Call of Duties, that's probably a standard.
Yeah, exactly. So you just get gifted that, but it doesn't mean much as the hill is still being held here from the side of UNILAG. What is that thing?
I don't know, but I want to see more. that was some Halo type of weapon coming out there, cleaning up the players, and contested for them. Meanwhile,
I believe that's Surprise who came out on top there, but Psycho, the man bopping and weaving around the point to keep it messy, as the teammates are finally there for a bit of help, and Cargo is the one to find the final kill. So a lot more contesting than in the previous game, but still 212 to 80 is not where you want to be if you're in the shoes of LAUTECH. So they are just not able to be that one step ahead, whereas you can see here, UNILAG, they are able to keep it scrappy enough and then look for those rotations, and that's exactly what's happening here, as they've just won the rotations on to next.
Yeah, won the rotations indeed, as they are in there with that MAC-10, a beautiful MAC-10 indeed. There is 39 kills for, is it Sapper in 23? In 2023, I think that was. But he's in the hill, and it looks like it's contested for the meanwhile. But again, it's the team from UNILAG just cleaning things up, and they need about, 20 points? No, they actually get taken out.
31. Well, they get taken out, but they do have those close spawns, so they're able to keep it a little bit for the side of LAUTECH, as you can see. More utilization of the specialists. As you can see, it's Cargo with the skates getting kills left, right, and center. And finally, UNILAG break back into the point, and it is going to be 10 seconds, all that is needed. But as I say that, HP manages to find a two-piece, breaks the hill right open. But if I was in the shoes of UNILAG here, I'd be like, oh, they can have those, as we only need 11. Let's go for that rotation.
Exactly, man. The slide cancelling, or the slides, look absolutely crazy in this game. It looks like you're breaking someone's camera every single time you're putting in a slide, but rotation yet again won by the guys from Unilag, and this is going to be it as they need 5 seconds more. Does LAUTECH have any answer to get into this hill? And it does not look like it, as it's going to be 250 to a 99 for the guys from Unilag, just almost breaking that 100-point club.
It was very, very close, but it was at least closer than the first game that we casted. But again, still a lot to be desired from the side of LAUTECH here, as they have been both times taken out in the respawns quite dramatically. So 100-point club once more. And it does appear that Unilag are the guys that have more reps under their belt when it comes to respawn. But again, we are going over to S&D, and that is where you can be the Titan Slayers, and I'm curious to see if they're going to be able to do it in this.
Yeah, well, I want to see if UNILAG does the same thing that their brother team did, right? They, on the Search and Destroy, they just outgunned, outplayed the guys from LAUTECH on Search and Destroy. It was all-out aggression. Are we going to see the same thing from this team? And from LAUTECH, how do you now counter this? You saw team number one, your brother team as well. You know, you saw them go down 7-0. Can you now turn that around and maybe take it a Search and Destroy away?
Well, I think it's going to come down to the tempo at which you start. If you're gonna get in there and not match your opponent's tempo, and then get punished for that, I know this sounds a little bit counterintuitive, but if, say, your team is coming in there and they are playing super quick, and you can't beat them playing super quick, so you slow it down and then punish them for them being too aggressive, you need to be able to counter that tempo. But if you are unable to either counter them by being too aggressive or being aggressive as well, or too slow, it's just going to run away from you. Like we saw in the previous game, is even though when LAUTECH tried to change things up, like maybe run a different route, their aggression and their tempo just wasn't able to match that of the UNILAG, and they just got punished every single time.
Yeah, I just want to see more team play in the Search and Destroy coming from LAUTECH, right? Get up, get the IGL to make a decision beforehand, and then stick to that. Going to A, all out, going to B, trying different angles. But look at this beautiful karambit, man! Like, where's that in like the console or the normal CODs, if people would say?
Yeah, man, skins, it's where it's at. And here we go. They're talking about the aggression from the side of UNILAG, but they just get taken out there. So this is what I was talking about. You need to be able to counter that. And as of right now, the counter is so strong from the side of LAUTECH as they stop them dead in their tracks. But as we get Chikes looking for a few quick scopes here, he's left in 1 versus 4.
Oh, please, you just find one. He does not, as it's round number 1 going to the guys from UNILAG again.
So,
is that UNILAG?
No, it's not to UNILAG. I believe that was the first round that went to LAUTECH.
So, okay, so we got a point on the board, right? After 2 Search and Destroys, we've got a point on the board.
Yeah, and this is where we're talking about the meeting them where it counts, and the aggression from the side of UNILAG here might be punished. As you can see, Supper in 2023 is already pushed up, trying to find these kills as quickly as possible. He just manages to slip the net, and he almost chokes the kill, but at the last second, he manages to find 2, and his teammates are there to find the 3rd. All of a sudden, it's a 1 versus 4, make it a 0 versus 4, as the aggression paid off there, and a quick and decisive round under the belt for UNILAG.
Yeah, great bounce back around there from UNILAG, but absolutely beautiful shots coming in there from Seppa. I have no idea how you say that, but play number 1, you did it. You almost choked kill number 1, but kill number 2 was an absolutely beautiful kill.
Well, looking for a few more here is going to be a surprise MF, as he finds the first pick there, but he gets traded almost he doesn't get traded immediately there. It's going to be 2 that drop nice and quick for the side of UNILAG. So LAUTECH looking to take a bit more of an assertive attack here. But as I said, that cargo is the one to find the first blood on the side of UNILAG. They're going to be punished for it. Another round going the way of LAUTECH. So it's pound for pound here.
This
as
is
no one has really Yeah, no one has really taken control of this S&D here.
Well, if LAUTECH can just keep on doing this, right? Maybe it goes back and forth the whole time, but as long as you change things up and you make it difficult for the other team, you're going to keep on surprising. Then hopefully you can take the search and destroy. Because I would love to see a control, and the next map is Crash, and that's one of my favorites. So we'll see if we can go the distance this time with Sykes finding a beautiful snipe.
And Sapper to follow it up there. So it seems like whoever finds the first blood tends to dictate the round. As you can see now, the bomb will be going down over at A. And the post-plant setup is about to come through. Bomb now down. 45 seconds to work with. Here comes Surprises. He's the one to find at least some utility damage, but not a kill to follow it, as it's HP Coded, who opens up the scoreboard. As he finds 2.
Finds them all, and that is a beautiful round coming in from LAUTECH as they now go 2 rounds up over UNILAG, and this is what we wanted to see. The game number 1 of this series, it looked like yet again UNILAG outpowering the guys from LAUTECH, but with a search and destroy, it looks like a totally different outcome.
Yeah, a totally different outcome indeed, as they're just pretty much countering like we said, right? They know exactly what to do. There's a heartbeat sensor that you could use.
Damn. There's no GAs in this game. No GAs.
Okay. So there comes the trades as Surprise the one to open it up, and he knows there was at least one player here. That's insane. Okay, 3 on 4 at the moment. Kills to come. Bomb yet to go down.
Oh, come on. I would like to see that sniper with an iron sight nonetheless, as 2 players now do fall from either side. It's a 3v2 situation as they bounce back. A beautiful kill coming in there from both players of UNILAG. All left to 1 player left of the guys from UNILAG. Can they clutch up, or has Sykes something to say about it?
Oh, well, the timing isn't there, but he gets away with his life. HP Coded now down to half health, but here comes the pinch play. As the last thing you want to do here is body stack as the first blood. Oh, yeah, the shots are there, but Chucks gets the kill. And another round back towards the side of UNILAG. They're not out of this yet. They are 3-2 down, and they're looking to find 2 rounds in a row for themselves.
I must say, with a search and destroy, there's no time to have a chat saying, yo, let's try this or do this. It's just round after round after round. There's no break. So you have to come on the fly, make your decisions on the fly. And it looks like it's going to be an A push coming from UNILAG.
And they need to get that bomb down and work on their post plant a little bit, because they got broken relatively easy. But here we go. Cargo vroom to plant the bomb, as it's going to be, I think, for the first time ever that I have seen a 5-on-5 retake. But as I said, that it's going to be Shegs, I believe that's how you pronounce that, who's going to draw the first blood. Chucks trades it back for a piece, and it looks like almost the Cape Town special comes out once more. Damn. But it's going to be Cargo who comes out on top, and it is another round for the side of UNILAG here.
Rolling it back, it's 3 apiece now, and if you're LAUTECH, you need to change things up, do something different. And at this stage, it is LAUTECH that's still searching for that first kill.
He's a good friend with my mate Owen, and in this case, it's Owen 4.
Yeah. He's unfortunately best of mates at this stage. He's still looking for that, but he's playing with a PP Bison.
Oh my word! How did Sapper get in the back here? He's not allowed to do this. He's looking for more. He can't find it.
Yeah, it's the easiest triple kill you'll ever find. Just getting in from behind, and it's all left to Coded now, as he can try and take out the whole team with his radars. He knows someone's close. He spots one, but the shot is just gonna hit nothing. And I think he's going to be taken out here quite quickly. Oh my! No, he doesn't. He does find one with the Kali sticks, but now does fall. And that is, 3 rounds straight now from the guys of UNILAG.
Yeah, it looks like they've pulled finger a little bit here as they. I don't know. Even with the heartbeat set, you can't really counter that. That's just hilarious. Regardless, that is going to be the first time we see a changeover. I believe it's going to be the side of Unilag on defense now after 6 rounds.
Yeah, that is the case. And again, this radar is just helping out so much, showing where exactly the players are. But look at player number 4, 2, and 3 from Unilag. Just playing around that corner. 2 players do fall from LAUTECH as he's trying to beam from afar with that Krieg 6. But he just doesn't get enough bullets into the player. As Cargo finds another, and it's only left to Riddle and Coded. Can they clutch up in a 2v5? You know, a 4-4 scoreline reads way better than a 5-3.
Yeah, well, having said that, 5-3 is still 2 more rounds for the win. But as you can see, S&D in COD Mobile is so heavily defense orientated, it is unbelievable. The fact that Unilag managed to get rounds on defense and showing how demolishing they being here on attack, sorry, vice versa, just shows you that even with the advantage of defense, the side of LAUTECH is in trouble here.
Yeah, look at this guy's movement. He's already in the spawn of LAUTECH as he finds a kill from behind, slides, finds another. Beautiful 2 kills coming in from its Sapper there, but unfortunately it gets traded, and Cargo finds 2 of his own, and it looks like it's going to read this 6-3 going into the possible last round as Riddle tries to do something, but Cargo cleans him up, and it 6-3 now. It looks like another 2-0 series, Trout.
Yeah, potentially. I don't know, the aggression on defense from Unilag, I don't know how you can counter that. They just aren't watching the right lanes, because every single time someone makes their way through to get behind enemy lines, or almost nades himself, is going to be Cargo. A bit of a misjudge there, but you can see Supper. He is just so aggressive, man. It has no fear in his heart as he's just flying through and gets the back once more. He sees one player, gives the call out, and here we go. Teammates there to help him. Side of LAUTECH just falling like flies. 2 versus 5. It's just too quick, man.
Oh, I almost thought, how is he getting all these kills? He's just getting in behind from everyone as they clean things up. Only left to surprise, and he's going to have to surprise us to clutch this. But he gets taken out, and that's a 7-3 scoreline on Search and Destroy for Unilag. And it's going to be a grand final of Unilag versus Unilag. A great in-house grand final.
Yeah, I agree, but I want to add a bit of spice here. Even though this Unilag side played well, and that was a 7-3 and a 250-99, the side of Unilag Team 1 is very tough, and I think it is going to be a tough matchup. I think it's certainly going to be closer, but we'll have to just wait and see. As the second map winds down there to a close, and the series as well. So 2-2-0s. Nice and quick, and what's more to be said, Alright?
Yeah, well, from LAUTECH, both teams, right? If what you need to do is get back to the drawing board, and yes, maybe it was the guys from Unilag that's a pro team, quote unquote, but as a team, you need to discuss, look at our rotations in the hard point. Look at the time we're rotating. Maybe we're leaving 5-10 seconds open, and that's how Unilag keeps getting those rotations on us and those kills from behind as well. That's number one in hard point. And when it comes to Search and Destroy, you're just looking for more team-based fights. You don't want to die alone. You're looking for quick trades. Other than that, I must say I was not surprised, but it was nice to see LAUTECH's second team, or team number 2, coming out in Search and Destroy and making it look a bit closer. The hard point looked a bit closer as well, even though it read 250-99. But again, LAUTECH needs to go back and just see what they can do different, what they can work on. And Unilag, well, we're going to see you guys in the grand final and see which team comes out on top.
Absolutely. But having said that, we're going to cut to a quick break, and we'll be right back with the grand final. Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Carry First X ACGL Call of Duty Mobile event. And it has been a good time so far. My name is Trout. I'm joined by none other than Dallas, and we have had two 2-0s.
Yeah, 2 quick 2-0s. UNILAG looking absolutely incredible in game number 1, just running away with it against LAUTECH. And then our second game was a bit closer, but again, it was just all out UNILAG.
Absolutely. UNILAG. Speaking of UNILAG, and something else that there has been a bit of an update requested, there is chess going on, and as you can see, we are speaking about Naira. Is that the currency? Yeah. Every single time we always ask. Anyways, yes, it was UNILAG that won the Naira chess competition. So at the moment, it is looking like Call of Duty Mobile and the chess is going the way of UNILAG, as both teams have won. UNILAG has won both of those competitions. Sorry, there is a
UNILAG just looking, just taking the Saturday, I guess, just clean sweeping. Now they got the chest in hand, and whatever the case may be in this grand final of the Call of Duty Mobile, it is going to be UNILAG either way. So is it going to be Team 1 or Team 2? Or Trout, you said it's going to be we're going to call this what team what did you say? Team which?
Yeah, Team Baileys versus Team Psycho.
Team Psycho, Team Baileys. So I think it's going to be a very good game. And if you're asking me, I think the first UNILAG team we saw is going to come out on top. And look at that absolutely adorable puppy. I think it's a puppy, right? Still puppy?
Yes, this is a puppy, Miso. She is going to be our co-caster for now while she's pestering our other dogs. Okay. The mother has come past. She can go now. Sorry about that. Imagine being like the stream bombed by a small puppy. Regardless, yes, we said Team Baileys versus Team Psycho, and we spoke about it a little bit before we came back. It is difficult for the side of UNILAG Team 2 because of how dominant the respawn is from the side of Team 1. Bailey with 51, even if you have Psycho and I believe the other one, can't remember his name, but there was 2 players that absolutely went off in that HP on Slums. You're going to need everyone to go off against someone like Bailey's if he went 51 and 6. I mean, that's unheard of.
Yeah, Bailey, I think it was it Lion? Well, so the team from the first team was Bailey, Lion, Polarity, Sage, and Jeris, if I'm mistaken. And then the second team that we just saw was Sykes, Alphatic, whatever this one is, I can't pronounce that. Psycho, like you said, in Cargo. Is it Cadus Itrama D? What?
Supper in 2023, man. That's the easiest way to do it,
yeah. I'll read in the green. It's Supper. So Supper had a beautiful search and destroy. Is he going to try and get in behind people again? We don't know. Is UNILAG Team 1 going to shut them down? We don't know. But predictions we're going to have to talk about. And we're going to have to ask the chat as well. Everyone that's watching right now, type in the chat, what do you think this whole series count is going to be? 2-1, 0-2-2, which UNILAG team is going to take it all? But Trout, firstly, you, Hardpoint, Team 1, Team 2?
Team 1. Bailey is just too strong, man. I think it's going to be UNILAG Team 1.
Yeah, I can't disagree with you that one. Bailey and the team, they look too good at the moment. Can UNILAG Team 2 or Team Psycho, can they do something different? Can they come out and prove us wrong? We don't know, but we'll jump into that shortly. And then Search and Destroy. We saw 7-0, right, from the guys from Bailey's team. And I don't know if Team 2 has the firepower to stop them.
I mean, maybe. Just a quick update. We have a quick lobby start. I think it's going to depend on who gets defense. We saw how potent the defenses from both teams are. So the moment you have defense, I think that's going to be what you're playing off of. So I think it's going to come down to who gets that. But again, if I was a betting man, I'd put my money back on a UNILAG Team 1.
Yeah. No, and I'm just looking at the maps, right? And I hope we can see a control. And It would be beautiful to see because map 3 will be Summit. But map number 1 is on firing range. It's the map we just saw before we went to a break. So we'll go back to firing range. This time it will be a hard point. Then we will go to one of my favorite maps, a raid in Search and Destroy, how the players are going to play that, what site do they prefer on going to, and then hopefully, like I said, we'll see that map number 3 on the Summit. But again, this team, or this Bailey team, is really looking good, man. The firepower, the Annihilator, how many times we're going to see that being pulled out yet again? And are we going to see rotations? Who's going to win the rotations? Because last time it was it Sap, one of the players from, was it Sykes, that always got the rotation from
he was there first.
Yeah, he was always there first. Can he do the same thing against his brother team?
Well, hopefully, because having said that, the spawns always were in favor of UNILAG Team 2, UNILAG. And on the other side, in the first HP, the firepower was so good, you tend to overlook things like spawn.
Yeah.
Even then, they were always in favor of the side of UNILAG and Team 1. So it's going to be structure versus structure here, but it's going to be whoever is a bit more consistent. I think that you're going to need everyone to compete and communicate correctly so that they're all on the same page. Otherwise, you will be punished. Regardless, we are here. Map number 1, firing range. We get to see the battle of the UNILAGs commence.
Yeah. The prize fighters are out. Now the CBR4 is out, and we'll see what they're going to do. Is he just standing at the back? No. I think he has moved now, but we can see both teams fighting for hill position at the moment. It is Sage raining from above, does find one. And at this stage, just having a look, Bailey, so UNILAG Team 1 is in blue and Team 2 is in yellow. And at this stage, it's still tied up 3-all.
Well, this is what we're talking about. And it's 3-all, but if you look at the way the kills are going and the way things are spawning out, it is UNILAG Team 1, Bailey's team, that are doing so good, right? They're keeping that initial bit of time there and watching all those rotational kills. But someone like Sage in that position is also so key. A strong power position like that to get these rotational kills is just going to be so punishable. As you can see, rotation is in, and on the next hill already is going to be Rage. And that is not the kind of start you want to see for UNILAG Team 2, as it has been nothing but blue in the kill feed since the get-go.
Well, this is what we expected from the slaying power, right, of Team 1. Bailey is currently on 4, but it looks like a more team-based hard point. This is they're all basically on the same page, and here comes Streaks already flying down and not finding anyone in this case, I think. But Lion finding 2 beautiful kills, slides over, almost finds the 3rd, but his teammate cleans that up. And it's all just blue as we keep on going, and beautiful sights from Bailey as well.
Look, this is looking like an even more dominant performance compared to their first game. They haven't even allowed even a second of control for the side of UNILAG Team 2. This is crazy. And it's something I just want to critique a little bit here from UNILAG Team 1. They have so much control and so much power. This is where it becomes TDM, and you can see that where they're playing. They're sure they have one player now picking up time, but I saw it a lot in P1. Yeah. They had control, but no one was in the point because they were all looking for kills. And cool, that's great and all, but again, when you face a team that actually knows how to play, you're going to be punished for it. And as of right now, it is not being punishable at all. As 82-3, that is not what you want to see from UNILAG Team 2.
Indeed not, and rotations yet again, just won by Bailey and co. Just making sure they got every single second, and 84-3, and they keep on counting. But yeah, if I'm Sykes and the squad, I need to pull something together, get a push together, as this minigun is just raining down sight, finding 3s, finding the 4th. I think he almost got that help there. But again, just sliding in with that.
Oh my.
The man is just cleaning things up, and 100-5 already.
Yeah, so that was a nice use of ultimate there. As you can see, it's going to be Mr. Who is this? I can't actually read that name. Sorry. Ujeras, I think he's sitting on top of that Annihilator there, waiting to utilize it at the right point. But 114 to 5, again, 100 points eclipsed for the side of UNILAG Team 1. Rotation is in, and a crucial one to win here at the back. But at this stage, if anything is to be repeated, it's going to be history. And UNILAG Team 1 just in the driver's seat.
Yeah, I doubt anyone is stopping them at this stage. Cargo's trying to do something with the Bison, but gets shut down, and man, it's like there's no answer from Sykes and the team. It's just one-way traffic all the way, and the time just keeps ticking for the team in blue.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even know, like, what would you start to do to break this? Because they can't do anything. They spawn die. I mean, I believe it. Who's this? It's not Sage, sorry. One of the players on this Alpha or whatever his name was, who had the sniper in the SD, has only found 2 kills for the whole game, right? We have people who've got 18 on the other side, so it really is just a complete. Pretty much,
you know, at this stage, I'm putting the challenge out there to Team Bailey and go, like, who can drop a nuke? I'll double your prize winnings at this stage, because I think it's possible with the way they're playing, and the Annihilator is out, and Goras is trying to find even more kills. But yeah, there's just no answer. And listen, if they end on 5, it's the worst blowout in Call of Duty history that I've ever casted. So hopefully that's not the case.
Well, I don't know. The aggression that these guys are showing, they are not afraid to look for the gunfights. And again, kill feed. I think it's been 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 kills in a row here without a single trade, as even more streaks are coming through. Look, my word, Lion! Just going huge.
Oh my god.
Eventually.
Beautiful kills with an Annihilator. And it can, like, weapons like that and specialists like that can change a game in an instant. But 211 and counting to 5. The minigun is Death Machine is out. They taking care of business. And are they even going to try and get to this hill? Because at this stage, you know, I'm putting down my phone and, you know, getting a drink and trying to reset for search and destroy that's to come. And you can see with Sykes, he's done.
Yeah, he is done. 25 seconds. The rotation is in, but this is what we talked about. Look, these guys are going for the kills, except for, I believe, Rage. He's the workhorse, man. He's been sitting there soaking up that time. He's like, well, I want to have some fun too. Let me get these kills. As he's trying to go for those long-range kills, he does find them in the end, but still.
It's over.
20 seconds or so.
Yeah.
10 seconds. Oh, man.
It's over.
5 points?
But mad. A 5 club, ladies and gentlemen. 250 to 5. I've never seen something like that before in any Call of Duty. Make this call a mobile, but what are they getting out?
No, okay, no, they got back in.
No, it is absolutely one-way traffic and a bigger blowout I have not seen. And if that's the case, the search and destroy is probably going to be a 7-0-2.
Yeah, at the rate that they're playing here, I mean, everyone at one stage was controlling some form of streak, even the players soaking up time. It was 9, 10, 11 untraded kills there for the side of UNILAG Team 1, 250 to 5. I mean, I'm sorry, UNILAG Team 2. I can't even give you anything good. It's not possible. It's just, it was over before it started.
Yeah, no, it just from the get-go, it just one-way traffic all the way. The first B1, I thought it was nicely contested for a bit, and then it's just one-way traffic from there. Bailey and the squad, it was Sage that dropped out in that first hard point. But, you know, if UNILAG number 2 wants to say anything about this grand final, they're going to have to bring it in the search and destroy that's going to be played on Raid. Can they bring it back? Is the question, and the answer probably is no, Charles.
I don't want to be the guy, man, but it's at this stage. Well, I suppose in the scheme of things, it is still UNILAG versus UNILAG. So at the end of the day, there isn't really a loser for the university. Yeah. So at this point, it is just bragging rights. And if I was in Team 1's shoes, I am absolutely in the comms, in the Discord, whatever they're using to talk. I was like, wow, you guys got absolutely thrashed, you know, like that kind of thing. Like, it's crazy. So we'll have to see how they they come back, maybe they can reset. But we saw that their stronger game was the S&D. I mean, they knew what to do a little bit in terms of coordination, especially on defense when someone like Psycho would get through. Not Psycho. Who was the man that Sapo would get through the whole time? Yeah, Sapo would get through the whole time, get those 2-3 kills. But we get to see if they can do it here. And on defense, to start us off with, is going to be the side of Bailey and co. So that is not what you want to see, as you know how strongly defender orientated this game mode can be.
Oh yeah, for sure. And I just want to see the snipers rain down yet again. As every time I look to my bottom right and I look at these beautiful skins that these people are running, I get so jealous. It's like, where's that on your traditional CODs, man? And it's absolutely beautiful. But Sage finds the first with a pistol this time.
Man's just walking up with a 1911, absolutely, completely cojoneering the shots, gets the kill. Here comes a second. Oh! He gets it with the sniper. As just like that, 3-4, left, right, and center for the side of Team 2, and it is looking pretty dire. As you spoke about the momentum, and Bailey and co just walking over the competition.
Yeah, and it started with the first blood. I don't think in the previous... I think there was one round when it was Bailey versus the guys from LAUTECH there, where they didn't get a first blood. But every single time it was Bailey and co just completely taking charge of the first blood. And I'm looking at UNILAG Team 2 to just try and play a bit more safer when it comes to the first bloods.
Well, as you say, that's going to be Chike with the sniper in hand who gets one, but he's immediately traded, and Bailey's follows it up. So, which was a good start, has now become a terrible start as it's 2 versus 4. And the kills just working out as per usual for the side of UNILAG Team 1.
And my question is the difference the gun skill, or is the difference the team decision making? Because at this stage, it could be both.
Yeah, I was going to say, in my opinion, looking at this, it could be both. And I don't know, it just feels like UNILAG Team 1 is just oiled, right? They know what they're doing. They are looking for the correct plays. They know how to retake a site. They know what they want to do. They have a plan before they get into it. And as you can see, 2 quick rounds for them on defense here. And look at how they spread across the map. And they have got the resources spread enough that they can find the information and get aggressive. And here we go. First blood almost drawn again, but it's going to be Sapo who gets away with his life. But Sage on the other end finding 2 as Psycho and Chikes get taken down.
Oh man, beautiful kills coming in yet again. And the pistol's out there, and he finds another man. He does it all. Does it with a sniper, does it with a pistol, sees one in front of him, and he gets the last pistol kill as well. That's 3 straight rounds for Bailey and the squad. And again, man, they just look so goddamn good.
Man, I think we're going to have to change this team name to Sage in the squad, because man's got 7 kills, 2 of which, at least 4 of those were all with the sniper. So he is doing the work. Here we go, looking for the second. Almost gets the... Oh, that was so crazy.
Yeah, he went for the
preemptive shot.
Yeah, he just went for the wall bang. And unfortunately, it didn't hit. And as soon as the player picked, he had to recog his gun. But Polarity finding 2 kills. And again, it's up to 2 players from the other squad make that one. And Sage with this pistol, man, he doesn't need a SMG, AR, LMG, whatever the case may be. Just give him a pistol.
Yeah, he'll do the work with whatever you give him, as he eventually finds, I think that was his 3rd for the round or something ridiculous with that PP90. So, I don't know, man. Team Sage all the way. 9 kills in S&D, and we are 4 rounds deep. He is absolutely putting in the work.
Okay. What I would see, or like to see, is Sage telling them, listen here, boys, stand at the back of the map. I got you. And I want to see if he can do this 1v5, because at this stage, man, he's just doing it all. And, the other thing that we've not seen yet is Safa getting in from behind. And as I say that, it's Bailey getting in from behind, finding 2.
Yeah, so you talk about how you want to shut down the playmakers. I don't know how you shut down someone who has got a sniper like that and Sage to follow it up with a pistol. I mean, It's tough, right? You now 2 players left for the side of team 2 in the back of the spawn, and it's going to be Bailey's with a quick 2-piece there. I want to go on a long tangent about how you need to shut down the playmakers, but at this point, no one can get out of the spawn as they just get pretty much run over.
I think Sykes got a hit marker there at the end, because that looked quite good for me with the sniper, but not the case as, again, Bailey and Co, or Sage and Co, as we can say in the search and destroy, takes another round 5-0. First one to 7. It is going to be. Is it going to be another clean sweep in the search and destroy? Hopefully not, but it is, again, Polarity getting that kill. Lion backs it up with 2 of his own, and again, only left to 1 guy, Supper. He is a lone ranger trying to clean things out in a 1v4.
Well, this is a 1v4. Normally it would be a 1v5, but Sage with the pistol once more puts his team onto match and series point here. They finally get to see a swap, and it's going to be the side of Team 1 on attack.
Well,
that's
the swap might be for 1 round only. We'll see what the case may be as we're on board with Supper, see if he can do something, try and get their way back into this game, but it doesn't look like it. As Polarity finds one. Sage with another beautiful sniper kill, and this might be it, ladies and gentlemen. Ooh! Oh my goodness! Sage coming up with a beautiful kill there, and it's all left to Supper. He gets taken out, and it is 7 rounds in a row. They are grand final champions, is UNILAG, or UNILAG Team 1, as they take the grand final 14-0 in search and destroys. And I think, 500 to 110?
No,
105? Wasn't it?
No, it's not even 100. It was 52. 55. Yeah, so it's
50. Oh my.
Yeah, so it's 500 to 60 and 14 and 0. These people are playing on autopilot at this point, as that is crazy.
Absolutely crazy coming in from this UNILAG team, as they just come out and dominate from start to finish. They are your champions of the campus battle, and man, if you this team going back to scrims, if they even have any, then what do you need to fix? Because basically there isn't. You flawless in your search and destroy. Your hard points look incredible. Yeah, just well oiled, man. Sniper shots looking good. The pistols are looking good.
What can you like? There's nothing to tune other than the fact. Don't get too confident. The usual now that you've done so well, don't go into that in case you find somebody. I know a couple of other teams that would be insane at that coming in. So I wouldn't know them by name, but if I saw the players, I would.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's going to be pretty much all she wrote from us. A nice, short and sweet broadcast coming through here from the side of ACGL and Harry First. Thank you very much for having us. And of course, the prize pool is going to be 150,000 Nairas.
Yeah. And
Nairas?
Nairas. And then for a quick night's work for UNILAG, man, they bagging the chess, and now they're bagging 1st and 2nd place on the campus battle of Call of Duty Mobile, just like that. So a very successful night coming in from them.
Absolutely. I mean, it's easy money, some might say. Regardless, thank you very much for having us. I have been Trout. This is Del Rey or Dallas, and we will catch you guys very soon.